back once again with a Renegade Master. Some of you could be a Master of None or going for a Master's degree, or you're Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael Jackson, do any M's. Anyway, or M&M's. Some of you could be rapping, or you could be eating chocolate. M&M's, peanuts, M&M peanuts.
But this pork shit got to go.
Take me out on the
Shit was nasty.
I don't know. You could be putting it in ice cream or anything like that. I don't know, M&M's. Anyway, chocolates, like a secret chocolate eater. I love chocolate.
What the fuck y'all doing? Y'all rationing around here? Come on, hook me up. 2 little fucking string beans. Give me the goddamn string beans.
Anyway, so Capricorn, as you can see up on the screen, we have 15 numbers that represent 15 questions. You get 2 numbers, 2 questions. I'm going to ask that machine over there for the first number, and that'll be your first question. And then halfway through the video, I'll ask it for another number, and that'll be the second question. So make sure you stay towards the end, and we'll see what we've got for you. Capricorn, please make sure you smash that like button and click on the adverts if you can, because if you don't, I don't get paid. So thank you, Capricorn. Life Path 6, Capricorn or Gemini, if you're following me in numerology. Capricorn. Alexa, pick me a number between 1 and 15.
This might answer your question. Here's a number between 1 and 15. It's 10.
10. So you get number 10, Capricorn. What we got?
So, do you like weather?
Outcome at the end of the week. Ooh, okay. So that might be fruitful. Let's see. So the outcome at the end of the week for Capricorn. What does the end of the week look like for Capricorn at the end of the week? At the end of this week, what does it look like for Capricorn? What they got coming up at the end of the week? So maybe a new person that is on your mind. You are always on my mind. Even if I've got friends watching Stephen. You could be friends. Okay, friends will be friends when you need in love to give me care and attention. Some of you could be family. You could be looking for a new person. Both of these mean new here. New, because I've said no to the past. Some of you, it's just like very outgoing. Like I just feel very outgoing at the moment. Okay. If it is, the page is very difficult to say whether you're actually speaking to someone or not here. If I say not, you say 1, 2, 3, might be a Pisces swinging on a tree. Okay. Let's see. Lucy, Lucifer, Capricorn. Oh dear, 4 of Cups, Scorpio, or maybe Aries. So at the end of the week, it's going to be down to you or the other person. It's up to you whether this be I'm going to speak to them or I'm not. You either are or you're not. Okay. If you're watching tarot waiting for communication and it doesn't come, that means because you never sent it, right? So you can wait for communication for about 3 days, and if you don't get it, then one of you is going to have to reach out if they want to talk to someone here. Okay. So let's see, Capricorn, outcome at the end of the week. At the end of the week for Capricorn. So you get a Leo or an Aquarian or a Life Path 8. Let's have a look at down here. Yeah, so some of you just kind of like, you may be having a bit of a distance, bit of a break from one another, maybe not really talking so much here, just having a bit of a break, some R&R, some time apart from one another. Okay, 4s can get very like frustrated in order to be around someone all the time. Okay, so it feels slightly closed off. Someone feels that someone's emotionally distant. So they just feel as if, well, if you're going to be emotionally distant, then I'm just going to leave you to your own devices and not push it here. Let's see. Push it. Salt and pepper. Push it real good. Real to real. Something to real on a fish. That would be a Pisces. Capricorn at the end of the week. 6 of Wands, Capricorn. Ooh, you've got better readings. So you've either got someone new on your mind or it's the same person. If it's the same person, then if you're arguing and you're not really speaking, by the end of the week, you more than likely are here, okay? This is getting word of mouth by friends or someone that comes in, maybe a client or a job offer or something like that, waiting for something to come my way. If you are in a commitment and you're not speaking, by the end of the week, you more than likely are, and you've gone back to the way things were before, okay? Let's give you one more card and then we'll clarify, because it seems to be... Oh, my TV is going to turn off. Let's see. Capricorn. What's coming up for Capricorn? at the end of the week, their outcome at the end of the week. So you got waiting. So maybe waiting on a job offer for a lot of you, or waiting on an offer. Investing into money and business here. Tell me more about what this Page of Cups is for the end of the week for Capricorn, please. So you get the Seven of Cups. Ooh, maybe options that you have. Someone could have ADD, could be a child, maybe. Attention deficit disorder. This is also like, my head is up in the mushroom clouds quite a lot just recently, and I seem to be distracted quite a lot by multimedia, social media, you know, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Seem to be looking at my phone quite a lot, maybe. Some of you could be dating online and you're kind of like, oh, I'm kind of browsing around for a new person. But this can also be someone that suffers through ADHD because it's attention deficit disorder. It's too many things for me to focus on at once, and I got my head in the clouds, okay? So it might be someone that's suffering through that. That's kind of like daydreaming quite a lot, like with my head just in the clouds, daydreaming, thinking about someone or thinking about something coming up. But tell me more about the Sun for Capricorn. So again, the Page of Pentacles, it's kind of like you're both thinking about one another, but you're actually both not talking to one another, but you're both thinking about one another. Now that could be, right? Page of Pentacles can also be, I've got an idea, but I don't know if it's going to be going my way or not. I'm waiting to get word for something here. Some of you, this could have been a childish argument, very minor, very stupid and very minor that you fell out with. But it's turned into a major kind of incident here. What's the Four of Cups that's led someone to be emotionally distant from the other person? Can be false accusations. Seven of Cups can be someone that's been falsely accusing someone for having other options, and they don't actually know whether it be true or false, so they've just been accusing someone without facts. Okay. Like I said, the Seven of Cups is actually someone that isn't seeing someone. Oh dear. So you got 5 now. So you got 4 and 5. So they're the opposite. So if you've got a life path 4 and a life path 5, you're opposite here. You're not seeing eye to eye. You're more than likely not talking to one another because one loves to plan and the other one doesn't. One has ADHD and the other one thinks that they just start getting paranoid here, maybe. 5 and 4. 4 is Scorpio, maybe Aries, life path 4. 5 is Taurus, Sagittarius, life path 5. So if it's a life path 4, life path 5, you won't get on. You'll always be arguing and not speaking. It'll probably happen every 3 days, 3 to 4 days. Well, between 1 and 5 days will you always go through this here. Okay, always, but it's on the 3rd day. So every 3rd day you've been arguing, more than likely not talking to one another, pretty much cut each other out because one wants to know about the relationship all of the time. And it's like, why do we keep arguing about this goddamn relationship other than actually just getting on with it? We can never seem to get across the first hurdle without something being a problem in the relationship. What is it? It's you. No, you're blaming me. It's you. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Okay, then let's not bother talking. Let's not bother getting on. If you want to blame me, I blame you. You're not changing me. I'm not changing you. The more we keep trying to change each other, the more we get wound up realizing that nobody's changing because nobody does. Okay, so the circumstance from before, Dave, ain't working. What do you know? Okay, so whatever works, whatever wasn't working before still isn't working now. Okay, let's continue on. The Strength card. Again, you get another page. So these could be clients. Hopefully you guys, because I am actually waiting for a phone call for a job offer, because it looks like I'm going to have to go back on the buses here. But yeah, these are very difficult to say whether they're talking, because these are very ego-driven cards. They can be text messages, they can be watching, but they can be very childish little arguments that are like, okay then, Dave, I ain't going to speak to you. And you're like, oh, to be quite honest with you, Felicia, I really ain't bothered whether you do or whether you don't. If you're going to act like a child, then I'll treat you like one, okay? If you want to spin round in a circle and do stupid shit, well, then I'll just let you continue to do stupid shit because you're only just going to wear yourself out, not me, okay? Because it's a lot of thinking, like thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and getting like it's stuck in my own way and fixed in my own way. Like, oh, I want things going my way, and when it doesn't, I start acting like a child. And you're like, that's because you are a child, right? And you say that and you're like, oh God, here we go, World War III, right? So you go over it and over it again. You're like, man, this is so boring. It's such a repetitive cycle. Every 3 or 4 days, shows you on the tin, Dave. Every 3 or 4 days, we're not even speaking. We don't even talk. So where's the relationship between then? Well, maybe 1 day out of 3 that we get on, but apart from that, it's like being in a very long distance. Yeah, well, they're emotionally distant. They have ADD. Oh, that's it. Keep blaming it on my ADD for being emotionally distant. It's because you keep acting like a child. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Okay, then keep acting like a child. Keep blaming me and telling it's me, Karen. Right here. So it's kind of like that here, where these are all turning into very childish arguments of not actually speaking to the person, because one tries to control the other one, and the other one tries to remain in control of their own feelings, and then you get the 5s. There isn't 1 4 in a reading, okay, not 1 4 minor card that says argumentative. 4s mean emotionally distant and blocking, okay, or happy in a commitment and a relationship. But that's what 4s mean. 5s, you'll always find conflict because it'll be a condition of belief, okay. This is how a relationship is supposed to go. We argue, don't we, because my parents did. Or we argue, don't we, because that's the way I see it. No, we're not supposed to. Yes, we are. We're supposed to talk about our problems. Every time we have a problem, which be you, okay, we're supposed to talk about, no, because what you're doing is blaming me. You're telling me that it's me. You're not in control of me. I don't care whether you're my mother, brother, sister, father, or uncle, or fucking auntie, or stepsister. I don't give a shit. There is nothing that allows you to tell me what to do. And if you're going to continue to do that, then tell yourself it. Put yourself in timeout, right? So what happens karmically to people? Nothing. What do you win? Nothing. Nobody ever wins anything. You only ever win if you go to court. You have to get caught to go to court. If you don't get caught, you don't go to court, right? You don't go to the police and all that sort of shit, right? So if all of this is just fabricated and made up and false execution, like I'm accusing someone falsely of having options and other things going on in their life, then is that real or is it fake? Because that's just like going to court. You have to catch a person in the act to know that they're doing the act that you think that they're doing. Okay, but false accusations can always be exactly what I said in the tin, on the tin, in the Loaf Path 3 or Pisces reading, which means it's never, and it's in this reading here, right? It's never as it seems. Why? Because the person might lie. Now, if a person lies, does that mean that a person tells the truth if they're lying? If a person is a compulsive liar, does that mean that a person tells the truth? No, it doesn't, because they're a compulsive liar. But what makes you think that they're a liar? Distrust from the past? So why did you say yes when you should have said no? Because you don't trust them. Where have you built it? A pile of shit. The tower. Distrust energy. I've started a relationship up again with you because I don't trust you. So why did you say yes then? Why did you come back then? Well, because I thought we might be able to work this out somehow. But then I realised when in the box of chocolates, there is no fucking schematic to the box of chocolates. It's like opening up a box of chocolates, throwing away the fucking what's in it, okay, and then stuffing it all in my face in one go thinking, oh, lemon, that tastes, right? Don't know what I'm doing. Bite-sized chunks, right? Slowly understand that we can't change each other, okay? And the only way of doing it is by doing it. And what are we doing? Nothing. So what did you win? Fuck all. Nobody does, right? You win time out. You win separation. Congratulations. You are more than likely not talking to this person because you never can see eye to eye. And if it's Felix, she's got one eye. She's probably just spying and being weird on the internet. We're just showing photographs without actually being a real person. Could be a catfish. Be careful of catfishes. You need to see the person before you speak to them. Okay, now, well, you can speak to them, but you need to see who they are, right? It's not just like, okay, my twat flame is from outer space and I got no idea who this person is, but they're my twat flame and I love them dearly, but I've got absolutely no idea what they look like. But what I have done is fell in love with a myth, which means I fell in love with a photograph. Really? You can fall in love with a photograph? I've been there, right? You can end up being hypnotized by someone's photograph, but they don't show their face and you got fucking absolutely no idea what the person looks like. Right? But we have a connection. It's over the internet. I've never seen them before, really. Right, so also, this is where text message war goes into place. Yay! Where we stop texting one another because of a text message argument. I cannot argue with you face to face. I would rather not say anything. The reason now, this is going to lead to a message here, Capricorn, right? So, for instance, someone that's very frivolous, right, or shrivelly, right? They open the door for you. So you go to open the car door, you let the person out, and all of a sudden you accidentally stood on their toe, and it royally pissed them off, right? But they're like, oh, never mind, and you're like, oh yeah, sorry, and you're like, oh yeah, all right, right? So accident one, right? Standing on their toe accidentally, right? So they've let it go. 3 days later, something else happens, right? It builds up. The person suppresses their anger from what the reason was, is what they truly started the aggression off with. But they tell you the next time you have an argument, it's because of this. There's more to it, right? Which means that they're accusing you of something that you did last week that they didn't tell you about. That's also false accusations. Which means I'm not actually telling you that when you stood on my toe, it royally pissed me off and I actually haven't forgiven you for it. I'm still holding you accountable for that last week. So, but they don't tell you that. They're telling you that the other stupid little argument that you have, that's your fault. And you're like, well, that doesn't make any fucking sense, Dave. That really is very childish and stupid. You want to fall out over a photograph? Or you want to fall out over a text message? Like, how's that being an adult? You know, don't call me childish. You're like, well, is that the real reason? You want to fall out and stop speaking to me because of that? That's the real reason. No, it isn't. There's always more to it. And nobody ever pays attention to what I say. You always have to go back at looking at what the first thing that it was that set a person off of the argument that you don't know. You're unaware that it's royally pissed this person off. They more than likely didn't tell you what it was that pisses you off, because you could have had that many arguments that you don't listen to me anyway when I do tell you. And when I did tell you, you didn't listen anyway, and then you went ahead and did it, and now I don't agree with what you did, but you did it anyway. So why does that get very confusing? Because of 5 and 4. Because you're opposite. Taurus and Scorpio are the opposite star signs. The worst two to try and get through in tarot. Why? Because 5s are all of the aggressive energies. 4s are all of the emotionally fixed, you're not telling me what to do. Do not pressure me. Do not do this. But I'm going to tell you that I want it my way. And if it doesn't go my way, then I'm going to stop speaking to you. But I'm stopping speaking to you first, because you told me what to do, and I don't like being told what to do. Neither do I. So where are you? Not speaking. So who's won? Nobody. Right? So, let's see. So, 6 of Wands. Attention seeking, you see. Looking down a dark rabbit hole. So this is the other message. Again, facts or fiction? What are you basing off the accusations that someone may be saying to someone? Because you've been following fucking Cinderella down the yellow brick road, following the white rabbit? Where have you gone? Down a dark cave. Where's the ending? There isn't one. When does karma end? Never. How long's a piece of string? You tell me. Right, depends how much you bought. Right? So some of you don't even pay for like Patreon. You watch this message and take that as gospel without even watching the rest of it. Right? I'm still looking for an answer of it being your fault by being emotionally unsatisfied, because I'm still looking. I'm still looking for if they're going to come back to get me. Are they coming back? That's what I want to know. But why are you not able to reach out if that's what you want? but I want them to come back. So why the fuck are you not reaching out to the person if you want them to come back? Well, they're supposed to do that to me. No, that's sexist. That's sexist, right? I want a man. Do you? Right, so why are you not going to get one? But they knock at my door, don't they? You know, love doesn't just walk straight through your door. You got to go and get it with action. If you want to find out if someone's cheating, don't accuse them of it. Find out yourself. This is guidance. Tarot's about guidance. It means, is there a third party? I don't know. Do you think there is? Yes. Okay, so what's yes mean? Yes, there is. Okay, then quit your relationship and sabotage it by not knowing the truth. It's up to you. Okay, it's down to you, not me. It's down to you. You're watching, right? So where's the answer coming from? Where is all the information that you're getting coming from? Fiction? Or I've seen it with my own eyes, right? So there's another one. So what are you doing that's arguing? Over a thought or a feeling? What do they do? Change daily. Okay, so I'm still looking to find out more clues, more answers. Keep following tarot for an answer that you may have been given, which means I'm giving you an answer. They are not cheating on you. Is that good enough? Yes. Okay, believe the person then. Right. So there's another message for you, right? That's the white rabbit, trying to find out answers and clues by not speaking and talking and just trying to find out what's wrong with the person. They must be mentally ill. They've got ADD. So I need to research ADHD and still keep blaming them for everything going wrong because they have a mental illness. You'll lose every single fucking time. You'll lose every single time. Okay. Because, like I said, man, it's the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Someone might be constantly looking at the other person as a problem, and what they're missing is the fact that they are also the cause of the problem. You know, to have a problem solved, there has to be two people that have a problem. Unless you're just a problem child and you've got problems, you've just got loads of problems going on. Right? But to solve a problem, you have to have two people that have a problem with each other. Right? But I can guarantee you out of most of it, you'll always get one that blames the other one for everything going wrong. It's your fault. The more you keep doing that, the more you keep telling it's me, the more this isn't going to work. Okay? Have you ever looked inwardly and looked at yourself to realise that it might be coming from oneself? Yes or no? Okay. But I always do that and you never do it. Again, where does that go to? Astrology, 4 and 5. You will always disagree and you will always never be on the same page because a 5 loves to make plans and 4s more than likely don't. Okay. One says hot, one says hotter. One says cold, one says colder. One says potato, one says potato. One says hi, the other say hiya. What's the Queen of Cups here for Capricorn? The lovers. Yeah, there's no point denying it, guys. You love each other here. But is it erasure? I love to hate you. I hate you, then I love you, then I love you, then I hate you. This is like fucking Marmite or Vegemite. Some people love it, some people hate it. Right? So, again, man, y'all in denial. You just can't seem to get on the same page. It's more of a long distance or just a distant. The actual more time we spend apart is actually when we get on the best, is when we're actually not with each other. That's why it comes to love and lust, right? This is why the 4 and the 5 will always play a part, right? It's a magnet. When we're actually not together, we're together. Right? Distance. Zen. I can watch Steve meditate and masturbate. I can do all of those things. Yay. Can watch what I want on the TV. Can play whatever game I like. I can go wherever I want. I don't have to keep dealing up with your shit. Right? Peace and harmony, Melanie. Then what happens? What's happening with my bird? Right? But oh yeah, God, it's so good to hear from you, George. I can't believe it. Yeah, I know. What have you been doing? Well, I'll tell you what now, we can do all this. Yeah? Do you want to come over? Yeah? Let's get it on, baby. Let's get it smacking. right? And then we spend a couple of days around, I was like, oh, distance. A couple of days. You all right, babe? What are you up to? Oh, I missed you. Yeah, I missed you too. Do you want to go out for a drink? Yeah. Do you want to go out for a burger and chips? Yay, let's go to In-N-Out Burger, like our relationship. Right? Our relationship's like In-N-Out Burger, isn't it? Yay. We pull up, we get it, we go, and then we come back again later on. Get some more. Yeah. Right? Look forward to that until I fucking stuffed it all in my throat and then feel like guilty afterwards. Oh, God, what have I done? Mushroom cloud. What have I done? Where have I been all this time? What have I been doing all this time? Time after time. Right. So there's your love life. Well, your life, pretty much, if it is your life. Alexa, give me a number between 1 and 15.
Here's a number between 1 and 15. It's 13.
13. So that was your outcome at the end of the week. So at least you got that to look forward to, Capricorn, right? So 13. So we have got next love interest. I mean, do you really want one? Next love interest. I mean, we'll look into it, man. You know, tune in next time. You're one of my greatest followers, Capricorn. If it wasn't for you guys, Stevie would be going down. Okay, there's only 5-star signs that I'm able to do on YouTube now because the others are just not bothered. Right, so keep that, smashing that like button and subscribing and sending it to your mates and your daughter and your sister, and then Steve will keep doing your readings for you, and you'll get more than anyone else too. Okay, because like I said, I am going to get another job, and I'm going to be doing that and this. Everybody's struggling, right, Capricorn? So let's see. So for number 13, next love interest for Capricorn. Who is going to be their next love interest? Well, a magician in reverse, so that isn't anybody really, and a liar. You're going to fall in love with a liar. It might not be time, Capricorn. Okay, it's difficult for me to predict time, especially with these two, to say that you're going to fall in love. Because some of you might be looking for someone that's spiritual. Okay, but sometimes that can go drastically wrong. Why? Because you'll both have different aspects of what you believe in. One will say that I believe in astrology, and the other one will say, no, it isn't to do with astrology, it's to do with numerology. I've heard Steve say it. Yeah, well, don't listen to that blonde dickhead. That isn't anything to do with that. It's really astrology. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Okay, well, it's to do with Vedic. No, it isn't. It's to do with your birth chart. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I know more than... Oh, okay. Will you please keep talking about things that are spiritual? No. Right. So, your next love interest could be someone that lies to you. Okay, if you've been searching for a lie for that long and you haven't, right? Say someone's been falsely accusing someone, right? And you've been falsely accusing someone looking for a lie. The next person that you will find, you will still find yourself looking for a lie, right? Because you'll meet someone else. You'll be using tarot to try and find out myths without facts, and you'll keep following the rabbit hole until you get nowhere. Why does this keep happening in all my relationships? Because it has to happen first, right? Facts has to happen first. Okay, let's see. That's why I said, you know, because I've had loads of people contacting me. Steve, I watch this person and this person and this person and this person, and this person's going to save the world. And I've been watching them for years, okay? And I watch 50,000 other readers too, and I watch them daily. You need to calm down on the amount of people that you're subscribed to. Why can that be dangerous? Because you're receiving 50 to 60 to 70 different amounts of different information, right? Looking for clues and answers to what you're missing. You can't even remember what I said last week. Can any of you please state below what your last reading that I did for you was about? What did it mention? Or have you watched that many now that you can't even remember? Remember the 5th of November. I can't even remember Sober October because by November, it was November rain. Let's see, Elaine. So, 13. Capricorn's next love interest. 8 of Cups, man. Y'all getting the ones that are in reverse. And the Tower. You see, the next person you might meet can be a myth. It's the next spiritual connection that will lead to more awakenings. Okay, here. Because someone's having a breakdown. I don't think they're even ready to move on from their karmic energy yet. Okay, this is also a person with ADD. Their battery drains like that. A normal person, you regulate your energy quite quickly. A person that with ADD, depletion of energy real quick. Okay, it's like a battery. So for your next love interest, one, I don't think that any of you are ready to look even for a relationship, and you possibly are not even doing so for a lot of you, especially if you're single. I'm picking up people that are really not bothered about relationships here. Okay. But for some of you, next loving relationship, if you've been through a spiritual karmic energy, will be another spiritual karmic energy here. Because there possibly wasn't enough learned by following Alice for quite a while here. Because if you're a witchcraft person and all that sort of shit, you would have done your head in that much with that much PTSD and belief that you're going to believe that everybody's doing it and you'll destroy every relationship. Fact or fiction, okay? So if you've been following witchcraft and shit like that and you believe in that, then keep believing in that, because this is going to be one relationship after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. Because you're going to keep believing that people are doing harm to you, because you could be suffering through PTSD and trauma, okay? Traumatized by spiritual experiences. Let's see. Capricorn's next love interest, because it'll fail. So it will be a King of Cups, maybe a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, maybe an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarian. But the next person that you might fall in love with could be in love with another man. I don't know why that's coming from here. So if you fall in love with a man, well, some of you are in a same-sex relationship here. But if you meet this person here, this guy could already be with someone here. Okay. Now, the reason why you are struggling to separate from this person is because this is a masculine energy also. Okay. It's a masculine energy that does what they want. They could also have a very wandering eye when it comes to sex as well, which means that they might start looking for, like, daydreaming of, like, really sexy women or stuff like that. Very attractive, very alluring energy, and they could quite easily get tempted away from connections to be drawn more towards, like, people that are, like, really attractive. But that can also be very karmic, okay, because it's very illusion based. Okay, you can't base a relationship off looks, because that's what a lot of people base a relationship off. Free base, and that's when someone could be into drugs, but or takes ADHD medicine. But, like, basing things off the beginning of just, like, looks, that's why you keep getting the Tower, because looks are just superficial of external energy, and what is true is inside of the Tower. So when you build it from just looks, when you get inside of that, you realize that it isn't really the person inside. Okay, the exterior looks great. The interior needs work, right? So it might be remodeling a home or a model or a modeling contract, but then you will always be watching over your back with the person that has a modeling contract, because you will believe that other men or other women are looking at this person, and then you will start to get jealous the fact that other men or women may be looking at them. So then there will be jealousy, and there could actually be that now. Okay, jealousy of attention. If you're not giving me it, then where are you getting attention from? Because you're good looking, and I know that you have a lot of suitors, and if you do, and you work at Ooters, and you've got a nice set of Ooters, then I'll start feeling as if I'm not good enough, that you might start looking elsewhere, because there are people that are much better than me, and because they might be, you're going to be looking at other women or men here. Okay, surface value. Okay, attraction. Looking for a nice, bright, shiny Tesla car, and I only drive it once a week. Right, but because I want everybody to believe that I have loads of money and I have a Tesla, okay, I'm spending the rest of my life in debt because really I don't need a fucking Tesla. Okay, but I want things that are really expensive and shiny. Okay, nice looking and attractive, bigger and better. Okay, so the next person that you meet, if this do come true, okay, is going to be very difficult to say because I need to clarify this King of Cups. What is this King of Cups? Because this King of Cups could be really lured away to like sex and things here. What's this King of Cups? 3, yeah. It could be a Piscean, life path 3. So if you meet this person, you'll meet them because they're going through this in their relationship. They're in a commitment, this person in the future, that is very dramatic. It's very like topsy-turvy, like things are really not going very well. They're constantly arguing and bickering, and Rebecca, or they're just always arguing. Okay, if you was to reach out and meet this person and it was to kick off a little bit, they would be going through this as you meet them. Okay, and this might be an energy of like, well, I'm your saving grace to save you from the person that you're with, because that's not really where you're supposed to be. You're with a karmic energy that's treating you like shit. And because you are, I'm here. Right. Now, what is this King of Wands? Is the 4 of Swords. And the 4, Twin Flame. 5s. Oh, dear. So, when you meet, or if you meet this person in the future, like I said, you'll meet them because you'll meet them as they're going through this with an ex. Like, I always say that when one door closes, another door opens. And normally when that opens, you meet someone and they kind of say, are you with someone? And they're like, well, yes, but no. And you're like, well, what do you mean, yes, but no? And you're like, well, I'm with someone, but fuck, we don't get on at all. We are constantly arguing. I'm always being blamed, blah, blah, blah. Or, okay, you're female and you're watching. Yeah, that's because they're a dirty prick and they keep going somewhere else and sticking their bingo dobber in other people. That's down to you. What I'm saying to you here is that this guy will pretty much be like, I am no longer with my ex, or I am, but we're going through separation. We spend more time apart than what we do actually with one another. So I'm still kind of going through that. And this is what I'm going through. Okay. So this, at the time you meet this person, you'll meet them because they're going through this, and this makes twin flame energy. This is what makes it or breaks it. They go back here to try and save and keep working on this all of the time, or they stop doing that and then they get rescued by an energy that could end up being the same, or it could end up doing something different. Okay, because this is what they're going through as you meet them. Okay. And there'll be an energy of like, well, you can always go on a different path if you like and leave the person that you're with and see what box of chocolates it is when we get together and see what lessons we go through. Okay. So there's your 2 questions. So Capricorn, if you do not click on any of the adverts, I don't get paid. Okay, I don't get paid from YouTube. I don't have enough people watch to get paid on YouTube. The only places that I get paid, I do a little bit through Capricorns because you guys watch, right? So you are the highest paid people that I watch: Pisces, Capricorn, Leo, and Gemini, right? So, but hopefully you might consider clicking on the adverts. Okay, you don't have to buy anything. You just click on the advert and then swipe off it. If you do that, I get paid. I get a percentage, okay? If you really want to help me out, you now get 2 weekly readings each week on Patreon. So you'll get a weekly reading, all churned out as normal on Patreon. That's all 12 star signs if they're not on here. All 12 star signs are constantly done on the silver and the gold tier. But instead of getting a 1 weekly reading each week, you now get a fortnight, a 2 weekly reading each week. Commencing from 1 week to the next, that's there. Next week from this date to this date, there's your 2 weekly reading each week. Okay, so you get advanced stuff going on, knowing what to look out for and what not to look out for. And we go over everything. Okay, that is now what you get over on Patreon. If you just want to help me out and you want to join the join button for $2 or $3, okay, it's very cheap. It just helps me out at the end of the month because of the adverts not paying me anything. Okay, it's actually gone down and down and down, so I'm not getting paid. Only if you join one or the two. Okay, but for that you get readings and stuff and blah 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 when I go live. Okay, so thanks very much, guys. Really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.